I bought my cabin 15 years ago as my personal escape from work, which is ironic because my work is dealing with exactly the kind of power-hungry people who love HOA boards. I'm the chief of police for our small county, but at the cabin, I'm just Dave, the guy who wants to fish, grill, and not be bothered. The cabin sits on 2 wooded acres at the edge of Pine Creek Estates, an HOA-controlled development filled with city folks who think a log cabin should look like a Pinterest board. They have rules for grass length, fence color, even the type of mailbox you're allowed to have. I knew that when I bought it, but I kept the cabin simple, rustic, natural, and exactly the way my dad and I built it back when he was alive. Last winter, we had a big storm. A few shingles blew off my cabin roof. It wasn't a big deal, no leaks, just cosmetic. But the Pine Creek HOA decided it was a big deal. They sent me a notice about a roof maintenance violation with a $69 fine attached. I laughed. I planned to fix the roof when the snow melted. But apparently that wasn't fast enough for them. They sent 2 more notices, and by the 3rd, they tacked on extra processing fees. I ignored them. It's not that I wouldn't pay. I just knew my rights. The HOA couldn't legally fine me for storm damage I was actively repairing. The state law is clear on that. Well, the HOA cops, that's what they call their 2 rent-a-guard security patrol guys, decided to take matters into their own hands. One Saturday, I pulled up to my cabin after a long shift. I found a cheap security golf cart blocking my gravel driveway, and 2 guys in knockoff tactical vests standing with arms crossed like they were guarding Fort Knox. One waved a clipboard at me. "You can't access your property until you settle your unpaid violation," he said. I raised an eyebrow. "You're blocking my driveway? Over a $69 fine." "Sir, you're in violation of HOA policy. We have authority to restrict access until you comply." Now, I try not to pull the badge card when I'm off duty. I really do. But when 2 fake cops block my legal property, it's time to remind folks who they're dealing with. I popped my truck in park, stepped out, and calmly pulled my real badge and ID from my wallet. "Gentlemen," I said, "you're trespassing and illegally detaining me from accessing my property. I'm Chief David Reynolds, County Police Department. Move the golf cart, or I'll have you both arrested for obstruction and unlawful restraint." Their faces turned the color of day-old milk. They sputtered about doing their job and enforcing HOA rules. I reminded them that HOA rules don't trump state law, and impersonating law enforcement is a crime in this state. They moved that golf cart so fast, they nearly ran each other over. I spent the weekend fixing my roof, and then I spent Monday drafting a nice letter to the HOA's lawyer. I cited the sections of the HOA agreement they'd violated, the state statutes about property access, and reminded them that obstructing a property owner can carry real legal penalties. They backed off faster than the snow melted. The fine? Waived. The HOA cops? Disbanded. Pine Creek Estates now has actual licensed security who know exactly where their authority begins and ends. Outside my driveway. Now when I pull up to my cabin, I grin at the shiny new security sign by the gate. And when someone from the HOA tries to test me, I just smile, show my badge, and tell them, "Read the law, then get off my porch."